At the beginning of the movie, we are introduced to Bo Wolf, a young guy making a living doing magic tricks on the streets of Los Angeles. He is not doing this for passion or clout. He is doing it because he has a younger half-sister named Tina depending on him, and he is her legal guardian after both of their parents passed away. Every dollar he earns from performing goes toward keeping the two of them afloat. Turns up inside a random girl's bag nearby. The crowd is impressed and so are we. We are also introduced to a girl named Holly that Bo clearly has feelings for. He performs a trick where he makes a ring float in the air right in front of her. She is stunned and asks him how he did it. Bo smiles and stays quiet. Magicians do not give away their secrets. Later that evening, Bo returns home and goes to the bathroom alone. He rolls up his sleeve, and this is where the movie reveals something that changes everything. There is a device built into his arm. A homemade electromagnetic device that he constructed himself back in high school. It is what actually powers his magic. By running electrical current between the device and his fingers, he can control metal objects and make them move. The wound around the device is infected and clearly painful, but Bo keeps using it anyway. What makes this even more interesting is that the same invention won him a college scholarship back in high school. But when Tina needed a guardian, he gave up that opportunity and stayed behind to take care of her. He chose her future over his own. Before heading out for the night, Bo asks his neighbor Georgie to watch Tina and put her to bed. Georgie agrees. Bo then heads to a place called Luna's Bar, and this is where the movie introduces his second source of income. Bo secretly sells illegal substances on the streets for a gangster named Angelo. He does not enjoy it, but he sees no other option given the financial pressure he is under. That same night, while completing a deal, two police officers spot him and move in. They search him from head to toe and find absolutely nothing. Bo had already concealed everything inside his coat sleeve using his magician instincts before they reached him. The officers let him go and Bo walks away clean. He gets home, checks on Tina, and goes to sleep. The next morning he is jolted away, finds a small piece of paper with Holly's number on it. He calls her and locks in a date. He also meets with Angelo that same day and hands over his earnings. Angelo is pleased with how Bo is performing and decides to bring him in on something. Someone has been selling a product inside Luna's nightclub without Angelo's permission, and he wants Bo to find out who it is. Since Bo already has a date planned for, he approaches the guy and tries to engage him, but the seller shoves him against the wall and walks off thinking that is the end of it. What the seller does not know is that Bo pickpocketed his phone during the interaction. Bo passes the phone to Angelo and the seller is identified. His name is Maurice. Bo then meets Holly at a restaurant and the date goes well. The two of them have genuine chemistry and Bo seems relaxed for once. Then Angelo calls mid-date and needs Bo immediately. Bo apologizes to Holly and leaves. She takes it well and tells him they should meet again soon. At Angelo's place things feel different from the moment Bo walks in. One of Angelo's men hands him a gun before anyone even speaks. Angelo explains that Maurice has been located and tonight they are going to confront him. Bo has no real choice and goes along. They find Maurice sitting at a poker table with his own crew, completely unbothered. Angelo's men sweep the building. Bo is visibly nervous and during the sweep his gun slips out of his hand and hits the floor. The sound catches everyone's attention and the tension spikes for a moment before it settles. Angelo sits across from Maurice and gives him two options. Fall in line and pay a 30% cut, or face consequences. Maurice is not impressed. One of his men throws a poker chip at Angelo's face as a show of disrespect. Angelo responds by beating that man in front of everyone. The message is delivered and Angelo's crew leaves. On the way back, the other men in the crew mock Bo for dropping the gun. Angelo however tells Bo he considers him one of his trusted people. Bo does not feel honored by that. He talks to Georgie when he gets home and admits that he thought Angelo was just a low-level street operator. What he witnessed tonight was something else entirely. He knows this path is dangerous and he wants out. The problem is that wanting out and actually getting out are two very different things. Warm welcome from both Georgie and Tina. Tina immediately starts calling Holly her brother's girlfriend within the first few minutes. A little awkward but mostly funny. Things feel light for once. Then Angelo shows up at the door. He pulls Bo outside and gets straight to it. Maurice ignored the agreement and is still operating in Angelo's territory. Tonight is the final response. Bo is needed. He goes back inside, says goodbye to Holly, and asks her to stay and look after Tina. Georgie senses something is wrong but Bo does not share anything with her. Angelo's crew finds Maurice outside a nightclub, knocks him out, and takes him back to Angelo's house. Once there Angelo makes it clear that Maurice is going to be made an example of. He sends Bo to the kitchen for a tarp. His men position Maurice on top of it. Then Angelo hands Beau a large meat cleaver and gives him a direct order. Cut off Maurice's hand. Beau refuses. He stands there and says no. But Angelo is not giving him a choice. When he gets inside, Holly is asleep on the couch. He gently moves her to bed and notices bruises and marks covering her back. He said nothing that night. In the morning, Holly tells him the truth. Her mother became an alcoholic after a divorce and has been physically hurting Holly whenever things get bad at home. Beau tells her she can stay with him. She thanks him and the two of them grow much closer from that point on. Holly officially moves in with Beau and Tina. One night while Beau is asleep, Holly notices the device embedded in his arm for the first time. She also sees how badly the infection around it has spread. She wakes him up and asks him directly what is going on. Beau tells her about a magic show he attended as a young boy where the performer stabbed his own hand with a knife and then asked Beau to pull it out. There was no blood and no injury. Beau was fascinated and came back a year later to show the magician that he had been learning tricks. That is when the magician revealed the truth. He had stabbed his hand over and over until the wound hardened and became scar tissue. He prepared his body to survive the trick through repetition and sacrifice. That lesson stuck with Beau. A real magician does what others are not willing to do. So he built a device and implanted it in his own arm because he needed his magic to be real enough to support Tina. Holly understands completely and does not pull away. She stays. Beau continues improving the device and his performances get stronger. In one show he tells a group of girls there is an invisible presence sitting in a nearby chair, and then he makes the chair slide backward on its own using electromagnetism. Life begins to stabilize. Then Angelo finds out what Beau did with the product. To generate more money faster, Beau had mixed the product with baking soda to double the volume. Angelo invites him to a gathering and punches him the moment he walks in. He then pulls out a gun and holds it against him. After a long tense moment, Angelo lowers the weapon, but the punishment is financial. The original $15,000 Beau owed plus $30,000 for contaminating the supply equals a total debt of $45,000. The deadline is Sunday. If Beau does not deliver every cent, Tina and everyone around him will pay the price. Beau comes home and tells Holly everything. She stays and they build a plan together. Beau performs all day and sells all night without stopping. After several grueling days they have just over $35,000. Holly adds her $900 in savings to the pile. They are still about $9,000 short with only 6 hours remaining. Beau takes Tina to the arcade to give her a normal afternoon. He secretly uses his device to make the machines drop extra coins so she can keep playing. She has no idea what her brother is going through. Then Luna calls looking to buy more products. Beau sees an opening. He puts together fake packages made from medicine and delivers them to Luna as if they are genuine. While Luna opens the safe to pay him, Beau memorizes the combination from a distance. Later when the nightclub is busy he steals Luna's office key without her noticing, slips into the office, and opens the safe. He takes what he needs and also retrieves the fake packages to eliminate any evidence. Just as he is about to leave, a security guard approaches the office. Beau shuts off the lights and hides under the desk. The guard steps in, grabs something, and leaves. Beau gets out and returns the key to Luna's pocket without her ever realizing it was gone. He now has enough to pay Angelo and end this. But as he stands in the nightclub he looks up and finds himself face to face with Maurice and his crew. They recognize him immediately, then everything goes dark. He wakes up inside a car trunk with his hands cuffed behind his back. This is where the movie reminds us exactly who Beau is. He focuses, channels the electromagnetic current through his fingers toward the handcuff lock, and works it open. He then manipulates the trunk latch from the inside and climbs out quietly. Maurice's crew is nearby preparing what is clearly meant to be something very bad. When they finally open the trunk expecting to find Beau, all they find are the open handcuffs. He is already gone. Beau gets back to his neighborhood, collects Holly and Tina, and moves everyone to Georgie's house. Angelo's men break into Beau's home but find nothing. Angelo calls Beau, furious. Beau answers calmly from Georgie's and asks for one more day. Angelo agrees but adds another $5,000 to the debt as punishment for the delay. The next morning Holly says what they are both already thinking. They need to leave Los Angeles for good. Beau agrees but first goes to pick up Tina from school. She is not there. Angelo calls, will not see her again. Beau goes home to think and comes across an old photograph. It is him and his former high school science teacher Mr. Granger, taken after Beau won the science fair with his electromagnetic invention. The device, the infection, and what he needs. Mr. Granger is alarmed by the state of Bo's arm, but Bo is not there for medical advice. He needs a stronger system. Something capable of controlling heavier metal objects. Together they head to the garage and rebuild the setup, connecting larger batteries through a backpack that feeds directly into Bo's existing device. They test it on Mr. Granger's car and the force is so powerful it nearly drags Bo toward the vehicle. It works. Before leaving, Bo tells Mr. Granger he wishes he had taken that scholarship. But what is done and right now he has one thing left to fix. Bo arrives at Angelo's house and tells Holly to wait outside. If he is not back in 30 minutes she needs to run. He walks in alone. One of Angelo's men approaches him immediately. Bo tells him he is not getting anything until Tina is confirmed safe. Angelo raises his gun and fires. Bo stops the bullets using the full magnetic force of the upgraded system. He picks one bullet off the floor and slowly pushes it toward Angelo's forehead until it makes contact with his skin. Angelo gives up the address where Tina is being held. Bo lowers the bullet and walks out, leaving the $15,000 he owed on the table. He is finished with this world and wants no reason to ever look back at it. His arm is badly overheated by the time he reaches Holly outside. The infection and the power output have taken a serious toll. But they drive straight to the address, and when the door opens, Tina is standing there, safe and unharmed. The film then moves forward several months to San Diego, where Bo, Holly, and Tina are living a quiet and peaceful life together. Bo is back to performing magic on the streets, this time without anything dangerous following him home. After the show, he and Holly pick Tina up from school and the three of them walk back together like a normal family. That night Holly wakes up to flashing lights moving through the house. She follows them to Bo's office and opens the door. Whatever she sees inside leaves her completely speechless. Bo just smiles at her from across the room. And as always, a magician never reveals his secrets. Now listen. If you sat through this entire story and you are still not subscribed to this channel, you are genuinely making things harder for yourself. Every week we break down films exactly like this one, stories with real layers, real tension, and real emotion. The next breakdown could be one you have been waiting for and you will miss it because you did not hit that button. Subscribe right now before you forget. And drop a comment below. We want to know what you think about Bo's choices throughout this film. Would you have made the same decisions in his position? Would you have stayed as long as he did or found a way out sooner? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one.